when you hold in your hand a comic book that you yourself created, you get this undescribable feeling that comes over you, man. To look at the pages that you fucking came up with out of your mind and put them on paper and printed them, formatted them, printed them, folded them, stapled them, all that bullshit, man. To hold it in your hand is such a fucking good feeling. And the topic of the day is Zap Comix. I'm going to be showing my Zap Comix collection, but I had to pull out the Filthy Ralphs because Robert Crumb in particular is like one of my biggest influences of being a cartoonist. Like if you look at my stuff, you might fucking know that I'm trying to emulate Crumb in certain aspects. And I'm not trying to like fucking toot my own horn or jerk my own cock, but we were at a zine fair, me and my dad. My dad can vouch for me. One guy said it's crummish. And to me, when he said that, I was like, thank you. I was so baked at that zine fair, but like, and there's also a zine fair happening this Sunday in Toronto that I'm not going to go to because I'm not going to drive for 4 hours on a fucking Sunday, like there and back. No way. But it's not just really Filthy Ralph. It's not just Robert Crumb and Zap Comix, but there's a whole, group of artists that I really owe that, like what I'm trying to get at is basically I'm influenced by a lot of people, and I just kind of want to shed the light on some of those people. And one of the easiest ways I can really do that is by showcasing some Zap, because these are all collaborative efforts, you know what I mean? It's not just one person. And that's sort of like the Cinema 187 of my bibliography, so to speak, you know, because Filthy Ralph is sort of like, that's my comic, you know. Cinema 187, that's my zine, but it's like, it's not just me, it's everyone that's been a part of it, you know what I mean? It's Radioactive Blob Fuel. He put the fucking, you know, the heart, which I consider those comics he made, like in those first 3 issues, man, like, god damn, I fucking love the comic he did in issue 2, which was that Vincent Price spoof. You know, I love the Biotherapy one. I watched the Biotherapy, which is like a short 30-minute exploitation film from the 1980s. It's an Asian film, and he did a fucking take on it and included like 22 Shots crew, included my character Filthy Ralph, and like painted Filthy Ralph. Like, man, like I owe a lot to Radio, because and me and him have like shared our journey like along the way. We chat weekly, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Radio, and you know, shout out to Cartoonist Kayfabe as well, because Cartoonist Kayfabe really got me back into, like, I had made Filthy Ralph issue 1 before I discovered Kayfabe, but once I seen that, and they kind of really pushed that, like, make comics and stuff, and like people either love or hate these guys. I love them. I think they're both fucking very talented guys. I'm inspired by both of them, and I watch their videos when I can, you know what I mean? Like, I always go, right now on my screen is their From Hell retrospective, whatever they're going through, flipping through every page of From Hell, which is a book I cannot find locally here. I want to read that shit, but this is the next best thing, and I just like hearing people talk about stuff they love, like put it in the background. Like, I'm slowly beginning to start the pack, and this is sort of a first of many videos of kind of keeping track of all the shit that I got. So let's take a look at these Zap Comix, man. The first one that I own is issue 0, which is an amazing Robert Crumb cover. It's the comic that plugs you in. I'm not going to be taking these out of the bags and boards because it's just sort of a hassle, and in 1 or 2 of the issues the spine is sort of fucked up, so I don't want to mess it up. But there it is. I did a parody of this for Cinema 187 issue 2. Got the original hanging right there. I showed it off in the last video. This is a second printing, for the record. I've done the research. It is a second printing. The next issue that I got is issue number 2. This one, the cover's completely detached from the book, but nonetheless, I love this shit. I flipped through all these books. I've only officially read issue 0, but I flipped through all these books. These are where I first discovered S. Clay Wilson, and I think S. Clay Wilson is I like his art better than most artists that I really love. So Crumb is pretty much king for me, though. Crumb, Kirby, Bernie Wrightson. This is issue 3, for the record. I don't know if I said that, with a cover by, I'm not sure, but it's really badass. I love how it says like adults only. all that stuff. Like, this stuff is just so fucking cool. Issue number 4 of Zap Comix with like this peanut. Is that like, yeah, it's like the Peanut Man. I'm not sure who did that cover, but it's quite good. Put out by Apex Novelties. That's who published Zap in the beginning, I believe. Really cool shit, man. Number 5. You can get like a you can get a box set of all the Zap comics from Fantagraphics, but it's honestly like almost $3,000. So, you know, I only need a few issues, really. I could track them down. This is probably my favorite cover. I think issue 7 might be rare. I'm not sure, but here's issue 8 with a really good Crumb cover from 1974. Yeah, love me some Crumb. I actually got a lot of these at the same shop, which I'm not going to fucking reveal because this is an S. Clay Wilson cover right here for number 9. S. Clay Wilson is known for like really compact drawings where there's like a lot of shit happening. Like, for instance, there'll be like a bunch of fucking like pirates and demons sitting at a bar, and there's like prostitutes standing around and stuff. But really love S. Clay Wilson. There's a three book 3 volumes of a collection of his works, but I think they're like, it's one of those deals where like I don't think that they're in print anymore, so like they're kind of like in limbo. I mean, I think they're on Amazon. I'd have to check. It's been a while, but here's Zap number 10. So far I think I need 1, 7. I think I'm missing 1 and 7. And then I think I'm missing everything after 12. Here's, someone put a sticker over top of this, but this is a Robert Williams cover. Zap Comix number 11. This is probably one of like the best conditioned ones. I don't really give a fuck about, and it's open, so I'll show you some stuff. You know, obviously black and white, obviously insane. There's a S. Clay Wilson piece. The Checker Demon and a couple of friends relax in a rustic pub for Carl and... I can't really read because it's so fucking dark in here right now, but you probably can't see it that good in detail, but you can see that it's jam-packed. Finally, we got number 12. So I'm going to have to do write this shit down and see what I need, because I know that my comic shop... This cover right here is by Spain Rodriguez, who of course did Trash Man. And I don't have any Trash Man single issues, but I do have a graphic novel he put out called Cruising with the Hound. So I remember when I first bought that I come from like a place where the only other person I knew that knew about Robert Crumb other than me and my dad and my uncle was my grade 8 teacher, because I did a speech about cartooning and Robert Crumb was talked about a lot, and he was like, I think Robert Crumb he moved to France because he was doing he was evading his taxes or something, and I never really understood that. But then later on when I watched Crumb, because like I had read the Crumb handbook, that was my first piece of Crumb literature, and I read that thing cover to cover, loved that book, and you know, I got a decent Crumb collection, but there's still quite a bit of stuff I'd like to get my hands on. I've only got volume 2 of the sketchbooks, the Taschen sketchbooks, but you'll probably see that in a graphic novel collection video coming up. Once I get in the new place, get some bookshelves, I'm going to do a proper collection tour video, because that's just something I've been wanting to do for a while. And the shelf I have my books on in my room right now is not ideal at all. It's shit. It's garbage. But you know, I really love the idea of like the zine fair that I totally brushed off earlier, said I'm not going to. Like, I love the idea of it though, because like when I went to that zine fair a month or two ago, whatever it was, I had such a good fucking time. And like, but the only thing was there was only like 2 other people doing the same kind of stuff. So when you get your hands on an underground book like Zap, that's just like a bunch of different people, you get to see so many different styles and different types of creative influences and shit. Like, you see, like, this guy, like Robert Crumb is different from Spain, and they're both different from fucking Clay Wilson, you know. And Gilbert Sheldon is sort of like a good mixture. Like, Gilbert Sheldon is probably my favorite after Crumb. I think Freak Brothers is amazing. Stay tuned for a Freak Brothers collection video. That will be the next comic book collection video. Shout out to all my comic book collecting homies, everyone from Jared Osborne, Gene Paulice, Peter, Hippie, you know, all the OGs, Cammy, everyone, VZ Madness, like all my friends that I still kind of am talking to, which is cool. I know the NY Warriors are still doing their thing, which is excellent. I don't really watch that stuff because they're doing their own thing. They're doing stuff that they love, you know, and I don't expect anyone to watch my stuff because or you know, anyone from that era, because I'm doing my own thing over here as well, right? But yeah, I'm slowly starting to take down the artwork, like I said in the last video. I do like, my mom was over here when I took this down. She said she wanted it, but she forgot to take it. I call this piece LSD Teddy. And there's also this one right here, which is up for grabs. I mean, I'm not gonna like, it's just a print, you know what I mean? But it's like the Grim Reaper, like it's like a card. It's supposed to be like a fucking face card for when playing cards, like poker. But that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed the Zap Comix Collection, and see you guys tonight, Friday night, October 20th. So Friday night after probably around 11:30 midnight, because I get off work at 11, so it'll be after that. I'll be going live, and I appreciate everybody that stops by, leaves a comment, 666, and we'll probably be chatting about a few different things. So yeah, adios and 666 in the comments. I can't believe I didn't smoke any fucking... I gotta take at least one toke. We're talking about Zap Comix here. Adios. Fuck.